Chris, I see you are still sporting a walking boot there. Just maybe bring us up to speed on where you are in your recovery.
I think I have about another 10 days or so in the boot, and then I can start trying to exercise it. And I think I'll be fully healthy probably the start of May.
How frustrating. I mean, you got back for, 4 periods, I think it was?
Yeah, obviously extremely frustrating. I want to play hockey, and it's tough. I mean, that's perfect word to describe it. Frustrating. But I'm looking forward to having a good summer and have a clean slate at it and go next year.
Luke, how did you feel about the way things went late in the season, getting a chance to get called up and play here with the Canucks?
Yeah, it was obviously a bit of a roller coaster year, and not the way you thought it was going to go going into the year. But in saying that, I mean, it's nice to get an opportunity at the end, and I'm thankful for that opportunity. And great group of guys here, and young up and coming team, and I just wanted to help any way I could down the stretch. Obviously, was able to get in the lineup and kind of get a few games. So, like I said, I'm thankful and fortunate for that.
How do you look at the off season now from your perspective without a contract?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, like I said, it was feel better, I guess, after playing some games on the stretch than where I was, I guess, a couple months ago. So we'll see where it ends up, and it was, like I said, nice to get the opportunity, and hopefully things work out.
Jay, you blocked a shot in that last game. Looked like a little bit of a scary situation. Everything okay from an injury perspective for you?
Yeah, we're not sure yet. So we're gonna CT scan today, and it's just on my thumb. Nothing major. I can move it a little bit. So, I guess we'll just see. It doesn't really matter now, right? So it's got a couple months to heal anyway, so it's no biggie either way.
You certainly had the early injury, which I'm sure wasn't what you were hoping for coming to a new club, but how do you look at your first season as a Canuck on the whole and from a team perspective too?
Good. I think I kind of found my stride late, with the injury, 5 games in wasn't ideal, and then kind of coming back after that, it took a little bit to find where I fit in with the new team, and I knew that. I just knew to be patient and continue to work hard and just play my game, and eventually things started to feel comfortable in the role here, and Greeny gave me a lot of opportunity to play the same kind of way that I have my whole career, and that's all you can ask for as a player. And so it went good down the backstretch, and I got to just continue to build off that into the summer and then into next year.
Jacob, you delivered an MVP-type season with your play, turned into a bona fide starter. Where do you feel your game really evolved this year to be that number one guy that everyone expected you to be? And Jim told us that he's already reached out to your camp, is going to continue to reach out to your camp about an extension. What do you think the future looks like? What would you like the future to be here in terms of length?
Well, I like to stay here. I love Vancouver. I love where the team is going, and being a part of a team and a group that hasn't been that successful the last couple of years, and you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you want to be a part of that. You want to be a playoff team, and you want to bring success to this city and the fans of Vancouver. So in my mind, I can't see myself doing anything else than playing here.
Where did your game get so much better this year? Was it consistency? Was it
just learning? I think playing 60 games last year pretty much, and it really helped. It helped a lot. And then you got Clarkie coming in as a new goalie coach, and he brought a lot to the table, and he set really high standards, and I really liked everything from that perspective, that you expect a lot from his goalies, and just working every day, and same thing for me, kind of take every day as it is and trying to get better every day, and the more you play, the more confident you get.
Jacob, I don't know if there was ever full disclosure around what happened the night Michael DiPietro had to play, because you came back and you played a whole bunch of games after that. Are you able to share the injury that kept you out of the game?
I don't think so. No.
All right. How bad did you feel for a kid getting thrown? I mean, it's a great opportunity, obviously, but it was a tough night for him, too.
Yeah, no, really tough. Like, you never want to see a goalie partner or teammate, to letting goals. It's awful. And, I told him after the first period, my game against San Jose, I got pulled after 3 minutes, so you're doing better than me. So that's, that's kind of what I told him.
When did you know that you couldn't play that night? That day or
Well, they told Pietro was going to play after the morning skate.
Jay, there's a lot of talk with having, with the future being so bright here. With your experience from Washington last year into this year, how far would you say the Canucks are away from being where Washington was last year?
Oof. Yeah. It's a tough question, obviously. That's always hard because even, throughout the years in Washington, we were, one of the top teams in the league the whole year and would lose in the second round and still didn't feel even close to winning a Stanley Cup. So, obviously in the playoffs anything can happen. The start is getting to the playoffs, and that's obviously the goal. And I think we're close to that. I think we could have had it this year without the injuries, and if we could have stayed healthy and a couple bad breaks here and there. I think 5 games, you win 5-6 games more, that's not out of our reach. I think we had that. And, the last 20 games showed, okay, where we were kind of at. Are we a playoff team? Are we ready to be in the playoffs and be a playoff contender team? And, we're not there yet. You guys saw it. We saw it. We have a lot that we need to build on and a lot to grow, a lot of places and areas to grow. But we're not too far. I mean, that's the encouraging thing. That's the exciting thing. And I think that's what, Marky's talking about is he wants to be a part of that. And we all do. I mean, every single one of us want to be a part of that because we can see the future is bright. And, it's a matter of growing as a team and with these young guys and pushing for the playoffs next year and being a playoff contending team.
Chris, LNBO's coaching the World Championship teams. We've heard a suggestion that maybe you've been contacted. Is that the case?
Yeah, I've been asked to go. I seems unlikely right now, but with the timeline with my leg, so still sort of discussing it with Jim and my agent. But based on when I'm going to be cleared to play and when I could start skating and stuff, it's a really tight window. So we'll see how it goes, but I would say it's quite unlikely right now.
Jacob, have you heard from the Swedish team?
Yeah, I'll be going to World Championship.
Me and Schenn are also available.
Jay, you talked about this team being close to taking that next step to trying to be a playoff team going forward. What are some of the areas, though, that this group really needs to grow in to take that next step next season?
Yeah, I think, that's also tough, a tough question. I think it's a matter of just growing as individuals, as players, and also as a team, together as a group. There's things that when the games, obviously the last 20, when it started to get into that playoff feel, when teams started to step it up, we didn't. And you could see that. We kind of just flatlined. And so that comes with maturity. That comes with playing in the league longer. And that, that was a huge step for us and the young guys this year, to see what happens when the playoff push starts. And so I think, too, there's things structurally that as a team we need to work on exiting our zone cleaner and coming out of our zone, better. And, we had young centers, and so that comes too, just with time and with experience. And I think, a thing that I'm really excited about is our power play. It's got a bright future, and how, special teams are huge. And our PK was pretty good this year. It's something that we can build on and continue to get better as well. But our power play is going to be better, and I'm excited about that. That's a young group that is learning, and it's going to be a big difference. That wins you games, especially in those tight games down the stretch. So they're really excited about that as well. But there's a lot of things. Overall, our whole game, is continue to grow and to continue to get better, and that's kind of the mindset this summer is to grow and get better and come back as a better player, and that'll make our team stronger.
Jacob, it seemed these last 2 seasons were really a long time coming. We stepped into a starter's role, became like a real one of the top goaltenders in the league, it felt, this year. Whereas before you had a lot of years as like the #1 goaltender prospect in the NHL. What do you feel? Why do you feel it took so long to take that next step?
I don't know. I mean, probably 10 years ago I was prospect, but I don't have an answer. I wish it could happen, my first year or second year in the league, but we're here now, and I'm just excited about where we are as a team, and I can't wait to get back in that next year, and hopefully build my game and get better. So, but I don't have an answer for you why it took so long.
You've got a young goaltender in Thatcher Demko who's coming in behind you. What can you teach him about the position and the time it takes to get to that level?
Well, I just try to be there to help him as much as I can, and same with we got Jay coming in from college. Sign him too. I told him right away to if you ever need anything. I've been through a lot, and I've been in the minors, and I've been called up, set down, and traded, and I just try to be. If they need anything, they should know that I'm always there to help and give them advice.
Hey Jay, you referenced the last 20 games of the year. What did you see in Gaudette's game? I mean, he didn't score in the last 20, maybe struggled a little bit with the strength and the speed aspect of it. But what did you see in Gaudette's development this year as a possible third-line center of the future? Yeah, no,
I saw a lot. I saw a lot of growth. I mean, just with playing in the league and playing pro your first year, that confidence comes over just, getting in games regularly and playing. But I saw he's always been really good, with the puck, very smart with the puck. I saw him develop a lot in the D zone, just, where to go, how to support the D, wingers, just kind of a foot here, a foot there, the little things that you only get from experience, from being in the league and realizing how fast it is and where, when you're a foot off, how that makes such a difference for a lot of reasons. And so he just, developed a lot, I think, even just with confidence throughout the year.
Travis always referenced that he sold out on every shift. Like when he put him out there, he knew what he was getting. How important is it for a young player to understand how important every shift is, and it's not just a here and there? And
yeah, no, I think that's another thing that just comes with being in the league and the experience of it, and especially being in the hunt the last 20 games. I mean that's invaluable, really. To be in the hunt and to be in those types of games is huge for all our young guys, and especially for the young centers.
Any more questions for this group? All right, thanks guys.
Yeah.